What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm going to talk about how annoying it is being in a human body and how annoying it is being in a twin flame connection or just experiencing spiritual like symptoms, right? When you're going through like a spiritual experience, or if you're on a twin flame journey or on a soulmate, or if you're dealing with a soulmate connection and if you're experiencing spiritual symptoms and your nervous system's over fucking over fucking stimulating, right? I don't know what the words for it. I don't know what the fuck I'm being experiencing, but let's get to it. So I've noticed a pattern with me, right? So there are times where like I mentioned this in my previous video too. So I mentioned this in my previous videos too. So there are times where like I'll just mind my own business, right? And then out of nowhere, like no, I mean my own business. So there are different days where like my nervous system feels so regulated. It feels so relaxed. I don't have any fast heartbeats. I don't have skipped heartbeats or anything. I don't have any irregular heartbeats. I don't have any headaches. I feel good. Like nothing is going on in my mind. But now there are other times to where like in certain random days and random times during the day, that's when I have like faster heartbeats or irregular heartbeats. Like I have my heart rate becomes a lot faster. At times I'll get headaches, and I'll be thinking about a certain person. This person, and then I'll view, and I'll also experience random sexual energy out of nowhere. So why the fuck am I feeling sexual energy? I'm not watching no type of sexual websites. I'm not thinking of anyone sexually. So why am I experiencing sexual energy? Why is my heart rating so fast? Why is my nervous system overstimulating, right? And then this shit's annoying because I've been experiencing this shit for like 6 years. Ever since I met this person, I consider this person as my twin flame. And I want nothing to do with this person because we both got a history. We both already broke up. I don't want nothing to do with this person. But there are times where like out of nowhere, like 6 years later, this shit's been going on for 6 years. Where like I can't get this person off my mind. I'm just minding my own business, doing my fucking schoolwork, I'm just minding my own business. Then out of nowhere, out of nowhere, my nervous system will overstimulate. So I have faster heartbeats. I have a lot of sexual energy, and I can't get this fucking person off my mind. I'm like, why am I thinking about this person? Why am I thinking about my twin flame? If you don't know what a twin flame is, it means it's a person who you have the most intense connection with. They show your shadow side, you show their shadow side. It's very intense connections. You two are meant to trigger each other so you can heal your trauma and the things that's weighing you down and shit like that. But just because you two are twin flames, it doesn't mean you two are meant to be together. It's not that. It's not about a romantic connection. The reason why it seems like it, because you two are like, I don't know how to explain this without sounding new agey, but like you two have a strong soul connection pretty much, and you two are meant to trigger each other. That's why the connection is so intense. It's nothing romantic, and it's so sexual because you two are so like connected in that level, but only so you two could trigger each other, so you two can heal, and then you two could go do your own thing and go do your own path and purpose in life and shit, and to ascend spiritually by doing a lot of healing work. That's what a twin flame connection is pretty much. And like, but it's crazy because like I want nothing to do with this person. Yeah, obviously I still feel drawn to this person because of the intense connection, but I feel like for the most part I'm not as codependent with this person as I was over the years. Like I don't even give a fuck about this person no more. But like, but like there are times where like out of nowhere I can't get this person off my mind. I have faster heartbeats, a lot of sexual energy, and like my whole nervous system will overstimulate, and then and then I can't focus, and then like I gotta do something to occupy myself. It's just I can't explain it. There's a lot of overwhelming energy through the heart center. I'm not sure if it's like a heart chakra activation or like a heart center awakening. I don't know what the fuck it is, but all I know is that like I've been experiencing this shit for a long time ever since I met this person, and like it gets annoying where like there's and I'm not medically unhealthy or anything like that. I do need to get checked up, I guess, but like it's not severe because obviously I'm still alive, I'm still healthy, I still take care of myself, so I'm not like there's nothing wrong with me. I've never had medical issues like that. I never had a history of like bad health. But why is it that like I'll experience a lot of faster heart rates, a lot of anxiety out of nowhere, my nervous system's overstimulating, I have headaches and shit like that, and like I feel random sexual energy. Sometimes it gets really intense. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? So supposedly in the spiritual community, it means that like I've heard a lot of theories. Some theories say that like when I'm going through a spiritual awakening, then those are the times where like my nervous system will like overstimulate, since it's connected to like my higher self. And then I'm trying to like spiritual awake and spirit, and as I'm spiritually ascending, and that's when I experience all these overwhelming, overstimulating energies from my nervous system, right? Or it can mean like I'm experiencing basically like a soul tie, to where I like I'm feeling my twin flame's energy, or my twin flame is thinking about me, or my twin flame is trying to connect with me, or my I've also heard my twin flame's higher self is trying to connect with my higher self. They're both trying to connect to each other, and then once you experience that, then you feel a lot of like intense energies around the nervous system. I've heard other theories where like it could be like someone, or like your twin flame thinking about you sexually, or you two are having like sex in an astral realm, or in fucking different realms and shit like that. And that's why you feel all these symptoms, especially if you feel a lot of sexual energy. And I'm sure you guys heard this in these spiritual YouTubers. They talk about like where like they experience where like their counterparts or their soulmates or the people they're connected to, or like they'll have sex with them in the astral plane without these two even realizing it. It's both of their higher selves or their spirits fucking or having sex, pretty much, right? Or they're making love, right? This is how it is, right? But and then that's why your nervous system overstimulates. But also, I've also heard that it could also not be that. It could be just your trauma, your trauma coming to the surface. And since you haven't healed your trauma, because dealing with experiencing traumatic events and pain, it gets stuck to your nervous system. This is why you have blockages and shit like that. And shout out to Chauncey one, because he mentioned that like on his videos, he mentioned that like when you have a lot of trauma and pain and all these pent up sort of emotions, it gets stuck in your nervous system. It gets stuck in your emotional body, and that's how you create a blockage. That's why Chauncey one, he mentions the importance of doing yoga, the importance of fasting, because the more you do your yoga every day and the more you fast, and even if you do your meditations, you're slowly but gradually healing the human body, and you're releasing a lot of blockages, so all these emotions can get released and get out, right? That's why he talks about the importance of fasting and yoga. So shout out to Chauncey one. Make sure you check out his videos if you're interested in healing the human body physically and emotionally. Yoga stretches and fasting. Look up Chauncey one, CHONCYWON. He talks about stuff like that. But also it could be possibly be like I have a lot of trauma stored up inside me through, I don't know, generational curses, through my own experiences, through my own past life experiences. All that's coming to the surface that needs to be healed, and that's why my nervous system's overstimulating. So there's so much theories on why like shit like this happens, or it could just be like a scientific medical issue that I'm not addressing, that I'm not aware of. But either way, all I know is that like I've been experiencing this shit ever since 2017ish. Around late 2016, early 2017, all the way to 2023 till now, so over 6 years. And also like I've experienced this ever since I met this person, and ever since then I've been getting random energies of like headaches, rapid heartbeats, intense sexual energy out of nowhere, and I'm not even doing anything. There are also most days where like my nervous system is not even overstimulating like that. It feels extremely relaxed and calm. But in the other areas, then I get overstimulated. And I notice too, whenever I'm the most focused, whenever I'm focusing on myself the most, that's when like I feel all these energies that's so overwhelming, that's so overstimulating. And then that's when I get too like overwhelmed and shit. So it's annoying. It could be spiritual warfare maybe. I'd heard of that where like if you're on the right path, or if you're trying to be on the right path, if you're laser focused, and that's when your nervous system will kind of fuck with you, because of course we live in a human experience, and unfortunately there's a lot of spiritual warfare, a lot of spiritual attacks, and since the human body is so weak, and since as humans we really don't have any spiritual protection, because all these other spirits and our ancestors and entities that claim to be with us, clearly they don't do shit, because this world is so evil, this world is so corrupt, and a lot of people get spiritually attacked. So without a doubt, we have weak ass spiritual protection, in my opinion. So this is why like when you're focusing on yourself, then you tend to experience like a lot of like spiritual attacks, like headaches, rapid heartbeats, or even with your thoughts, like your self-limiting thoughts, or like your fears are coming to the surface, like your mind playing tricks with you. And that could also be due to trauma, but it could also be spiritual warfare, maybe. I'm not saying it's a fact, but maybe. That all the things I'm listing is theories, not facts, but these are the things I'm trying to learn and research and what I've heard from. But I've also heard theories where like when you're minding your own business, when you're trying to do the right thing, especially if you focus on your goals, like how I was doing earlier, then that's when you get spiritual attacks where like you have an overstimulated nervous system, you have like headaches and a lot of sexual energy, just all these distractions pretty much. But yeah, it is weird. But yeah, comment down below if you also experience the same thing. Comment down below if you also experience spiritual attacks like random sexual energy or headaches out of nowhere. Especially if you're experiencing the twin flame connections. The reason why I say twin flame connections is usually people experience twin flame connections or soulmate like connections, or they experience certain soul ties. That's when they'll usually experience a lot of like sexual energy or like rapid heartbeats and like headaches, and their nervous system will overstimulate at random times out of nowhere, and it gets very tense. But I've also heard when you go through a spiritual awakening, you also experience your nervous system overstimulating, which makes sense because since your higher self is in the spiritual realm and it connects to your physical body, right? So it makes sense. But or some people say it's your chakras not aligned or unbalanced, or it needs to get fixed up. Who knows? There's so much information out there. But comment down below and let me know what you think, and have a good one. Peace.